Hey, we back. We're here on Discord, but not the normal one. We're here on the official Mudae Discord because we are looking at the patch notes. Talking about slash commands today, and if they're worth using. The short answer is yes, they are. But personally, I do not use them. So I'm going to explain why that is, and what slash commands are in general, if you're unsure, during the course of this video. So, if we look at the patch notes, it says here, slash commands for roles are available. Type slash WA instead of $WA and so on. See, you can see the list of available slash commands with this. This was added a couple of weeks ago. The effects are identical, but they help Mudae with the limit of requests allowed per second. If you weren't aware, Mudae always has had, well, not always, ever since the maids were banned, if you remember them, then Mudae has had problems with API limits. And that's a whole nother story, really, perhaps for another video. But the point here is that in order to help with this, we use slash commands. So Saya here wants about half of people using slash commands and the other half using normal commands. So what are slash commands? If I go in here, we type the slash, as it says, a bunch of stuff comes up. We've got Tatsu on here as well, and the built-in ones, and whatever other bots you may have. And as you can see the full list of slash commands all available here. So for example, I can pick HA, here we go, roll a random animanga husbando. So let's do that, it loads, it sends, we're all good. And then, you know, we can go again, let's do another one, so on. Like it says, it's exactly the same in terms of commands. However, there is more to it than that, because obviously, like I said, Saya wants you to be using these about 50% of the time. That doesn't mean each person has to use it 50% of the time, but it needs to be reasonably balanced among the entire Mudae population. Of course, since everyone's used to using the regular commands, we'll probably be using those. There is also an inconvenience with slash commands. You can only send 2 commands every 5 seconds. This is different from normal because with the regular commands here, we can send 5 messages every 5 seconds, right? That was 5 messages in 5 seconds. It would stop me if I tried to do another one after that. But with the slash commands, there we go, I've sent 2. It's now going to sit and wait for the next one, right? Suddenly not so good. So why would you use them instead? What's the incentive? Rolling quickly is helpful. Well, this is what we are here to find out, because you'll find with this delay, use this option. This is now irrelevant, so ignore this, but it says here you get +1 roll per hour and your set timer value is doubled. Set timer default is 30 seconds. Normally servers will set it up to 45, and that means you have 45 seconds after the roll, you know, has been rolled in order to claim, right? So as you can see here, it's 29 seconds past on there, and it's currently just hit 15 seconds past 12 past. So that was the 45-second limit. However, because I used slash commands, I could actually still claim this. Right, you get 1.5 minutes now. Normally this wouldn't be the case, so that's actually very helpful. Okay, however, there's also the extra roll that you get, which is also obviously helpful. Now, if we just scroll down here, oh yeah, you have to make sure you've got them enabled on the server and stuff like that. That's all perm stuff. You should probably be able to figure that out, and I assume Mudae will give you messages if they're not available. Some more API issues here, and then for explanation of what's been happening recently, forcing slash commands to work on 50% of users, right? Because that is what's going to help out the most. As it says, the median for the origin of roles is around 10 roles per hour. So that means if you say everyone that has 10 roles or less has to use slash commands, then 50% of people are using slash commands. That was the aim, and that's what Saya did. 50% of all people ended up having to use slash commands, and yeah, very nice. That sorts stuff out. That means the people on these big servers with like your maxed out badges and whatever probably weren't affected, but for example, on here, where everyone's still just starting out, we mostly all have 10 roles each, suddenly everyone's using slash commands. Now personally what I did, if you want to get round this and you haven't quite got enough for the badges, obviously you need Sapphire, which requires some other badges to buy. What I did is just buy Tower Floor 11, which only costs you 5,000 Kakara and has no requirement at all. And this is just going to mean you don't have to use slash commands if you want to get around that. Because default rolls maximum is 10, 1 roll per hour takes you up to 11, it sorts it out. So yeah, you can do that if you like, to get you a little bit ahead on the game of not using them, if you don't want to be forced into it. But yes, we scroll down a bit further, and what was changed. Perseverate 3 was removed, and then it's just a permanent thing every time you happen to use a slash command, so that's quite nice. And now we also have bonus of 10% wish spawn and 5% Kakara earned, which is not bad. This is very similar to a bonus that you get from Premium, which obviously is something that a lot of people are seeking after. Stuff that you can get in Premium is quite helpful. And up until now, this was not something that you could get without Premium. Any kind of just extra flat percentage of Kakara was only Premium. So you can now get that without Premium. And of course the Wish Spawn is quite nice. That's basically like a fraction of a silver badge. So it's not really worth having in my opinion, but yeah. It exists. So this is the bonuses that we get. They're both worth having for sure, but this, like I say, it's a fraction of a silver badge, so it doesn't make too much difference. And this 5%, well, you can see how much difference that makes there. It's 5%. It's not too much again, but it's worth having. And then since then, Mudae got banned on Discord, so that's always fun. If you noticed the Mudae going down a few days ago. So now that we know what slash commands do, are they worth using? And yeah, like I said, they absolutely are worth using. You get yourself some extra Kakara. This is going to add up for sure. I mean, let's just look at the amount of Kakara that I've got here. 5% of that, that's just going to be like 6,000 Kakara or something here. It's not great. 6,000 after however long it took to get this. Yeah, it's not great, but it's certainly worth having. I mean, it is just free, basically. So that's nice. And the Wish Spawn, it doesn't really make much difference. 10% isn't a huge boost, but again, you know, it's nice to have. It's nice to be there. You will be getting your wishes more often, and you can get keys more often with it as well, obviously, since it makes a bigger difference for those now. So it's nice. The disadvantage, again, like I said, is you can only send 2 every 5 seconds. Now this is a bigger disadvantage for some people than for others. Now personally, I'm in a lot of Mudae servers. A lot of these have Mudae in. And so because of that, it takes me actually a reasonable amount of time just to roll. I mean, you know, let's go into a server. I'll just roll on here. Just this one server. Let's time it. 17 minutes past, right? Let's see how long it takes for me to roll on here. Still going. This is just the 5-second limit there, stopping that message go through. Still going. Just checking keys. Oh yeah, there's the soulmate one. So we'll take that Kakara. There's another level 10 there. So we'll take that one. Alright, and keep going. Still rolling. Still going. I don't think you could argue that I could be rolling much faster here, while still at least paying attention to the rolls and claiming the Kakara sometimes. Obviously, scrolling up while the 5-second limit is going through. And there we go, we've done them all. How long did that take then? Almost a minute. It was almost a minute, and that was pretty much as fast as you could realistically be rolling. Now double it. Right. Suddenly you're taking almost 2 minutes per server to roll. This isn't a huge problem when you're only in a couple of servers, but if you're in 10 servers, for example, and you're taking 2 minutes to roll every hour, a third of your entire time existing, if you want to be optimal, is going to be rolling. That's a lot. Now, obviously, I don't roll on that many servers, quite that many servers, I hope. This was an extreme example because I have a lot of rolls on here, so yeah, there is that. And also, I don't roll every hour, so it's not taking me that long. But you can see that if you are rolling on enough servers, it is going to be taking a chunk out of your time. you know? So that's why I personally do not use slash commands, because I value my time more than 5% Kakura. I have other things to be doing with my life. So yeah, that's my personal view on it. But yes, they are absolutely worth using, and if you're only on a couple of servers, then use them. I mean, let's check on this server. We've got someone not using them, and then we've got another person not using them, and then we've got someone using them. So, you know, you get a bit of both. A bit of both. And that's in pretty much all servers. You'll find there's probably a bit of both. Some people going for the bonus, some people are saving a bit of time, and in the end it's up to you to decide which one you prioritise. So now you know the information, you can go and make your decision. And that's all there is to it, really. Anyway, that's well, that is, in fact, all there is to it. So leave this one here. Bye!